Welcome to The Leverage Show. Get more from your business and your life. Be sure to share your business questions and challenges with me at leverageshow.com, and I'll answer them on future episodes. Today, I want to share with you a super effective action plan for entrepreneurs and business owners. You know, one of the biggest challenges that entrepreneurs ask me about is how do you handle strategic planning and decision making for the business? So let me share with you my experience and the approach that I use, because it'll save you a lot of wasted time and aggravation. To make it simple, I'm going to break it into 3 steps. It doesn't always have to be this concrete, but the idea is exactly the same. Now, the first step in the process is to list your possible courses of action. So when you're thinking about where do you go from here? Where is your business going to grow? What are the next steps that you're going to take? You know, one of the challenges that we have as entrepreneurs and business owners is that we don't have a track to run on. We have sort of the wilderness out there, and it's up to us to take the machete and whack through everything and sort of make our own path. And so that's both very liberating because we have the opportunity to do whatever we want, but it's also a little bit, scary because there isn't just a set track where we're going to go from A to B to C. And so there's always a bit of uncertainty. There's always a bit of unknown. You know, are we making the right decision? Are we headed in the right direction? Are we strategically moving where we want our business to go? Or are we headed for a trap? Are we headed somewhere where we're going to get the opposite of the results that we're looking for? So what I mean by the courses of action are, project-based things. Like, let's say you want to, grow your business, which is pretty common. One of the avenues you might take is you might say, well, I really want to get more into the social media. I want to build my Twitter followers because I believe that if I build my Twitter followers, I would be able to send out promotions, we'd be able to make more sales, we'd get a lot more free advertising and promotion. So that's one potential course of action that you could take for your business. Now, another one is you could say, I want to run some Facebook ads. Yeah, I want to get involved in social media, but I don't want to be bothered with like posting and tweeting and all this other stuff. I want to put some ads up and tap into that massive, multi-billion-dollar potential customer base there and start to build my business with ads. Or you might say, I want to create a new product. What I think, our market needs and our customers really want is for us to launch this new product. It's going to be great. Everyone's going to love it. It's going to multiply our sales. Or maybe you say we want to redesign or we want to set up a new website, for one of our brands or one of our products, or we just want to sort of reevaluate and redesign it all to give it a totally different look and feel. We want to change our image. Well, those are 4 seemingly innocuous things, but they're actually pretty large projects because the reality of it is you're not going to just jump into Twitter today and start building your followers without any knowledge or information about how to do it. You're also not going to run Facebook ads that way. Yes, there are people doing both of those things, and they're doing them very successfully. However, there's a learning curve that they went up in order to understand and to gain the knowledge and the skills to understand what they need to do to be successful at it. And you're going to go through the same thing. Every entrepreneur is. Even if you go out and hire an expert to do it, that might cut your learning curve down. But for your specific business, for your specific niche, your specific customers and audience, there's going to be a bit of a learning curve with that. And so you have to be able to accept that. So the reality of it is we may think, because we want to roll up the sleeves and get it all done, well, we're going to knock out Twitter followers this week. Next week, we're going to become an expert at Facebook. The week after, we're going to bang out this new product. The week after that, we're going to get a new website up. The reality of it is it's probably going to take a lot longer than that. And so the question becomes, first of all, prioritizing. Okay, and that's where we're going to move to step 2. Step 2 is we want to determine and start with the highest impact project. Now, by highest impact, it may not be the sexiest. It may not be the one that's most exciting to you. Maybe you want to really get involved with this, but if you really stop and think about it, What is the thing that your business needs the most right now? If you need, let's say you're finding that you're getting tons of traffic on your website, but you're not making any sales there. You're not getting any conversions. You're not getting any leads. Well, maybe redesigning your website should be number one, because you already have this wellspring of traffic, and all you really need to be able to do is find a way to tap it. And so far you're not with your website. Or maybe, you're finding that people on social media that you have followers or whatever are really great about sharing your message and your vision and your products and everything with other people. You just don't have enough of them. So maybe building your Twitter followers would be the best thing for you. It's going to depend specifically on your business and what is most important right now. But what you're looking for is the biggest impact, the biggest return on investment. If I spend a week, a month, X amount of dollars, whatever it is on this particular project, which of these is going to give me the best bang for my buck? Which of these, if I invest the time and money, is either the most certain or it's going to have the highest upside if they have similar levels of uncertainty? And so you're going to start in step 2 by really sort of identifying what that highest priority project is. And you can do them all, but you can't do them all at once unless you have a lot of other people doing them for you. So prioritize and make sure that you get very clear on that. Once you get through the first 2 steps, and by the way, a lot of entrepreneurs are pretty good at the first 2 steps. They can figure out, like, these are the things that I want to do, and these are the things that I think are gonna be the best at it. But just in case, that's what you want to focus on. Step 3 is where we run into a bit of a snag, because step 3 is where you want to make a simple outline and you want to start. The mistake that I see a lot here, we're talking about like bullet points on a napkin, bullet points on a Word document, whatever it is. Not some 87-step archaic like flow chart thing that takes you 3 weeks to plan it out. You're looking for bullet points, a 24-hour basic, like roll up the sleeves, research, binge, and that's it. You find out as much as you possibly can about what it is that you're trying to do. You break it down into steps as quickly as you possibly can. And within that 24 hours, get going. Get started. Because here's the thing, okay? We all want a plan. We want to know that what we're going to do, we can just take this and execute and it's going to work. But where a lot of entrepreneurs fall down is in this 3rd step, because they decide what they want to do, but then they spend too much time trying to craft the perfect plan. The truth is, no matter how great your plan is, by the time you actually get going and you get to step 2 or step 3, you're going to find that a lot of stuff changes. A lot of your assumptions were wrong. A lot of industry dynamics are different than what you thought they were going to be. The time estimates, the budgets, all of these different things are going to change. And so you're going to need to improvise anyway. And I can share with you from personal experience. I spent the first 3 months when I was interested in getting into online marketing, learning about online marketing. And what I discovered is the more that I learned, the more there was to learn. There was really an endless rabbit hole that I could have gone down forever. And I could have spent 6 months, 9 months, 12 months learning. But what I realized is I needed to finally just start doing stuff, because that was how I was going to learn. Otherwise, I was going to be the smartest broke guy in the whole industry. I was at a conference and I met this guy, super nice guy, and we got to talking. He had a ton of knowledge about internet marketing, and it was when I was first getting started. And then he said to me, I have, I forget even the number, it was like 347 domains. I said, wow, you have 347 domain names? And he said, yeah. I said, well, how many of those are profitable websites? And he looked at me with a blank stare. Well, none. I just have the domains. And I said, so you have 347 domains you paid for, you've researched, you've done all this work, and you haven't done anything with any of them? And he said, oh, no. I said, well, what exactly do you do? He's like, well, I go to all these conferences. I'm learning, a lot of stuff. And I mean, I just scratched my head because, it's a total waste of time. He's been in the industry. I said, how long have you been doing this? Oh, about 18 months. A year and a half in the industry. He hasn't done anything to try to make $1. I mean, I don't care how terrible you are. If you get started, you will learn. You will learn through the process. The best way to learn is by doing. But there's a little asterisk to that. It's not just by putting your head down and blindly doing it in a vacuum. It's by doing and paying attention to the results that you're getting. Keep simple notes and map the process. The plan that you make through the process is a lot more valuable than 100 plans that you lay out before you've even gotten started, because those are based on real actionable results. Every single day that you delay implementing the project that you want to do is a day longer that it's going to take you to make it work. It's that simple. When you're doing, you're learning on the job, and you're able to make adjustments that will lead you to success, or at the very least, lead you to the knowledge that what you're trying to do isn't going to work for your business before you waste too much time and energy on it. There is no such thing as a perfect plan, unless it's the plan that you develop through the process of implementing what it is that you're trying to do. If you follow these steps, I promise you that you will get to where you're going a lot faster and easier, and with a lot fewer headaches and wasted resources than you will by trying to plan everything perfectly up front. Remember, if you have a question or a business challenge, share it with me so I can answer it for you on a future episode. And until next time, make it happen.